Hello, welcome back, my Royal Rogues. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. And today I want to talk about a couple of things. Not only that these kind of headlines are very funny to read, very fun to read. King Charles is now richer than the late Queen with a fortune worth 600 million pounds. Oh, good for him. And good for Meghan. I can imagine that Meghan is, all those efforts of, building bridges again, which is one of the topics of today, is going to be about that. But these people, Harry and Meghan, have been spending a lot of on their shields, on their headlines, their media, their PR efforts, just to make it seem that King Charles is happy to be embracing Harry again. I don't know why, but we have this to start today's episode. Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet tipped to have bigger role to play in royal family. Prince Archie Harrison and Princess Lilibet Diana sold their new status, confirmed nearly 6 months after their grandfather King Charles ascended the throne. Why is this relevant? I thought that with such entrepreneurial parents, with so successful parents, they would not need the royal family at all. That doesn't make sense. And that's something that Harry and Meghan's fans claim over and over again. She's a self-made woman. He is so successful. They have a happy family. They have billions on their bank account. So why should they be going back to being royals? They could start their own charities, such as Archwell, that is not a charity, but it's an organization that deals with charities, I guess, and it's been under investigation. I'm waiting for more insights and more information regarding this French channel, which is doing some kind of investigation or research on Archwell, and let's see what they can do about this. But I want to point out something that just barely, today is 17. How many days is like 20, 21 days? I don't know, to the coronation. And we're beginning to see things like this. And I apologize for my way of talking on Twitter, which can be quite harsh and raw and rude. You know that my YouTube channels are one thing. I try to keep them family friendly, but my Twitter account, it's more like the real me, and that this is how things have been had to be said, but I censor the worst part. For example, I said that Matt Wilkinson in The Sun, this happened a couple days ago. Matt Wilkinson had me blocked many months ago, but I saw that The Sun said that Papa's pride, King Charles speaks of his pride in Prince Harry days after his coronation decision. And he is not speaking about pride in Harry. He was addressing Sandhurst Academy, and he said, it says, as a father of 2 alumni of this academy, I know they will be full of immense pride in witnessing you on parade. They will be full of immense pride. William and Harry will be full of pride watching all the guys of Sandhurst Academy on parade. Explain to me. I know my English is my second language, and I've been learning it for 30 years, but I still don't make the connection between that and the headline, King Charles speaks of his pride in Prince Harry. No, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You know that is BS, right? And that's why I'm sure that's one of the reasons I have been blocked, not only by Matt Wilkinson, but by another couple of royal commentators. As in, oh my God, there's a word I did not censor. That headline is misleading as F. Did you take Harry's todger out of your mouth before going to bed last night? Because this is, we had a word. We have a word for this in Venezuela, but I don't know the exact same word for this in English. And By the way, I've enjoyed coming back to with Nana Aquia in GV News last Saturday. It was a lot of fun. It was I was nervous as usual. When I'm going live, I'm always nervous. It's something that I cannot help with. But at the same time, GV News. Why GV News? You have a show with Camilla Tomini, and Camilla Tomini invites Robert Jobson on her show. That is something I couldn't imagine. I don't know what am I doing, including them in my show. I should not be doing this because I know that maybe they know about me. I don't consider myself that important, that famous, but what they say it's utter nonsense, and all of them are pushing this narrative. We can see that Matt Wilkinson was pushing the narrative that Papa Charles was proud of gingerbread when it's a lie, and we have things like this. If the king wants it, he should just get on with it. Robert Jobson says Prince William should build bridges with Prince Harry at the coronation if it is the king's wish. Why is this a narrative that they want? They want everyone to love Harry again, to be proud of Harry. I have so many words that I will express on Twitter, but not here. But you can imagine what kind of words are those, because that is just a flat out lie, and I don't like liars by any means. And Daily Mail UK, King Charles coronation live, Prince Harry and William reunion update. What? They are expecting this. They want this. But it's not like the mainstream media cares about that. It's not that Robert Jobson cares about that. It's not that Matt Wilkinson cares about that, or Camilla Tomini, or any of them care about that. But it's Harry and Meghan. Because as I said, and I repeat, King Charles is now richer than the late Queen, with a fortune worth I don't know how many hundreds of millions. Good for him. Good for the royal family. I'm happy. I think wealth is something that is never ending. It is all around us, and we can attract it. And I love knowing that wealthy people exist for any reasons that it might be, legally, of course, and with morals and ethics. So I know that I can be that wealthy someday. Why not? But then it's like, you know, that Harry and Meghan are really focused on the price. I don't know if it was, I apologize, I don't know if it was Canal Citadel or it was Royally Blunt on Twitter. I don't know who said that, but someone said it's like Meghan made sure to kiss the Queen's arse while she was alive and just kick everyone else out. And now Meghan is trying to make sure to kiss King Charles' arse and, well, discard everyone else. You know how it works with Meghan. And we have this too. A royal expert has claimed that Prince Harry has turned into a bit of a knob over the last few years because he doesn't have many true friends to talk to him about his behavior. And I have to correct here. It's not that he doesn't have the friends to tell him, Harry, you're behaving like a knob. No, it's he doesn't have friends, true or not, because he is just a knob. It's just like that. You are like mixing things, but it is what it is. And we continue. Richard Palmer, not 2 weeks ago, I was saying I respect Richard Palmer's work. And now I have to say, like Caesar in the stairs of the Senate, UT Bruti, no, updated, the king speaks of his pride in both of his sons. No. And I have to discard all this. I still have faith in Richard Eden. Richard Eden hasn't disappointed me yet. Shout out to Richard Eden. As long as you're sane and, well, bring, the royal news as you do, well, I will keep respecting you. Of course, there is Lady C, but Lady C is another it's another level beyond all these royal commentators. And I'm starting to believe, this is what I tweeted, I'm starting to believe that all these royal commentators are just brain dead bots. I don't believe they don't have reading comprehension. They just have bosses that control them. That's why the Royal Rogue is superior. I serve no man. And yes, that's why I could be feared. It's not that I have a huge platform, but I have the best platform. Thanks to you, my Royal Rogues, because you are here and we are counting down to the coronation to share that day. And we have this. What can I tell you? I'm truly disappointed by all these things. And Rachel Palmer also joined the group of, I don't know, opinionated people, just to try to not be that offensive, because, well, I don't know how to put this. It's a while since we've seen them in public. The Prince and Princess of Wales will visit Birmingham on Thursday, April 20, to celebrate the city's diverse culture and heritage and meet future leaders in the creative industries. That first sentence, it's a while since we've seen them in public. I see so many people upset that they brought their children. They wanted to spend time with their children for a full Easter holidays. And I applaud that decision. I'm going to put this picture of them. I'm going to jump some slides in here. Canal Citadel, Her Majesty the Queen once said, "It's all to do with the training. You can do a lot if you're properly trained." I agree. How true. The way Catherine and William withstand everything with dignified silence and keep calm and carry on is with resilience and proper training. What resilience and proper training looks like. The future is solid. And we have all these attacks. And why did you disappear? Man, you know that Catherine is invested in the importance of not only the early years, but they have small kids. And those ages are extremely sensitive, important, critical for their development in so many ways that it is a duty. As someone pointed out on Twitter, they will be working for the rest of their lives, William and Catherine, up to just like the Queen did, just like Charles is doing. So you have to put things in perspective, and this criticizing is absolutely nonsense. Aquia, we haven't seen the Waleses. They spend too much time on holiday. They need to be seen to be believed. Announcement comes that your wish will be fulfilled on Thursday, and folks are still not happy. Just to rile them up, can the Prince and Princess of Wales go back on holiday? This is I know for a fact the importance of spending time with your children. And I tweeted something that absolutely out of the Royal Rogue this days on Twitter. It's like, if you are afraid, if you are as a parent are afraid that there's a YouTuber doing any kind of shenanigans, and one thing that I mentioned, totally innocuous, but you know, this kind of things, snorting wasabi, and yeah, you can find people snorting wasabi on YouTube. If you're afraid that your children are exposed to that, it's because you are not expending enough time and thoughts with your children. Because I can tell you, someday I will tell you not only about first-hand experience, but about my patients as well, that it is not enough to spend time with your children. You have to spend thoughts with your to share thoughts with your children too. Share time and thoughts and your weaknesses and your challenges, and let them see how you overcome them. That is truly important, and that way you will be able to really raise and educate them. And no matter what kind of influence they have from the outside world, they will have this solid foundation of an education. But you cannot criticize precisely a family that is trying to do the exact same thing publicly with their children, because if the Princess of Wales were just all out on royal engagements, then they will be criticized. You're not paying attention to your children. You are creating generational trauma. You're unconscious bias, whatever it is called. I don't care. But that is the insanity of this world. But at the same time, I have been on Twitter around more than what? Like 14 years now, 14 years, had many digital incarnations. And I know that no matter what you do, people are going to criticize you. No matter what, the audience are always going to be divided. But what is important is to you speak. What is your opinion? If you think something is right, you have the moral obligation of speaking up, because there could be many people that want to, that think like you, but are afraid to talk. And that's another thing that I've said. I'm getting a bit passionate here, but this is not something. Someone was telling me in good faith that they were afraid that I was sharing too many personal opinions, both on the Body Language Guy and on the Royal Rogue. And I said, I have a moral obligation of sharing personal opinions, especially if I think that they can benefit or do good for other people, or I can talk for other people that are afraid to talk themselves, or I can talk to people that are thinking like me, but they think that they are alone or nobody, things like that. If I have a community like you, my Royal Rogies, or my Body Language Buddies, or all my followers and all my subscribers and all my my beautiful email list, I have that responsibility, that moral obligation to do that. That is important. J.E., Duchess Marmalade, William and Catherine don't have 9-to-5 jobs. They don't work in a bank. Actors, entrepreneurs, YouTube creators, and thousands of other jobs don't require punching a clock or even working Monday to Friday. Okay, that is important to remember. You might say, oh, that is being a YouTuber. Being a YouTuber is so great. You don't have to work 9 to 5. No, we have to work from 0 to 24. That is a big difference. 7 days a week. So that's why we suffer from burnout sometimes. That's why you have noticed that I have begin spacing a couple days between videos, just to come a bit more energized, just to let this news maybe stack up, so I could bring you a better insights about this. But yes, it doesn't mean that we don't have a lot of work. And yes, actors, entrepreneurs, YouTube creators. Well, actors, Megan, I don't know. I don't think that Megan worked that hard, but that's just me. Maybe I'm wrong. Catherine has her own project and manages her appearances and being a mom. So to sum it up, I think William and Catherine are doing an amazing job, and whoever thinks otherwise is just a Meghan and Harry fan in disguise. My Royal Rogues, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue, and until we meet in another video or another live, remember the two most important words: much love and bliss.